so popular franchise tag right now that is being discussed
How does it work?
by Titans fans because of one man, that man being T. Higgins. But as I alluded to earlier in the show here, not everybody that is currently listed as a free agent is going to be available for signing. Not going to be a free agent. They're going to be under contract at some point. And because of the franchise tag. So if you're unfamiliar, in lamest terms here, the franchise tag is a 1-year guaranteed non-negotiable salary or contract offer, I suppose, that teams put in front of one of their players that is a free agent. It is based on the top percent of salaries at your given position group, the top 5 specifically. And so it is an average based on what the top guys at your position are making. If you're a quarterback that's tagged, you're going to get paid more than a wide receiver that's tagged, who will get paid more than a defensive lineman that's tagged.
And you aren't slapping it on just any player. It's got to be one of the best guys on your roster, right?
You get, well, I mean, you could slap it on any player. That's
you're not going to,
free agent, but if you, unless you want to pay NWI $20 million, you probably shouldn't. I'm just going to forewarn you.
Good advice. Yeah.
You get 1 per off season. So you cannot, if you've got multiple big name free agents, you cannot tag both of them. And then it's only used on impending unrestricted free agents. Restricted free agents not eligible for the franchise tag. That is the standard. Now, we also have 2 types of franchise tags. We have exclusive tags and non-exclusive tags. The difference is pretty much what they say in the name. An exclusive tag does not allow that player to negotiate with other teams in free agency. They're paid their salary. They do not have the option to negotiate, but they are paid a higher salary than somebody on a non-exclusive tag. I will say exclusive tags are very, very rare.
Usually just quarterbacks, right? I think historically it's primarily
even so kind of
and still very rare.
And the reason why is because number 1, non-exclusive tags, like I said, are less in salary. And 2, a player on a non-exclusive tag is still very unlikely to get an offer sheet from a different organization, because if you allow that player to sign that contract sheet, you have to then get 2 first-round picks. So if I am a team trying to sign Lamar Jackson, like the last season was a big storyline in the NFL, to a 10-year extension to go be my franchise quarterback, I can do that, but the Baltimore Ravens are going to say, okay, he's yours. And now not only am I paying this guy a fat contract, I am stuck giving up 2 first-round picks to his former team. So non-exclusive tags are much more popular because teams would rather, 1, not pay the guy as much, and 2, would rather get 2 first-round picks in return than just block the guy from signing somewhere in general. That's kind of the basis of a franchise tag. Now, there are some other nuances here, like you can trade a guy on a franchise tag, which is very common, very popular, that if we don't think we're going to get a long-term deal done with this guy, we also don't want to just let him walk in free agency as an unrestricted free agent. So we'll tag you, we'll trade you, and then whatever team is trading for that player can then give him whatever extension they see fit. But there's something to keep in mind as you're scrolling, specifically premier positions like wide receiver or quarterback in free agency, of saying, not so fast. I'm not sure Michael Pittman Jr. or T. Higgins are going to be there for the Titans to just scoop up whenever they want it.
So to be clear, for Titans fans that think there is still a shred of hope with T. Higgins, there are technically 2 routes the Titans could go to acquiring him. They could forcefully take him by, for some reason, giving the Cincinnati Bengals 2 future first-round picks, signing him away,
paying $100 million,
and spending $1 gajillion on his contract. You could do that, which they obviously will not, but you could also try to trade after the Bengals choose to tag him, and you'd have to give the Bengals, we were talking about this on the show the other day, I'd imagine the T. Higgins trade value after being tagged is still somewhere in the second round, first round territory. It ain't cheap, brother. You're not giving away a 3rd rounder to get T. Higgins.
Yeah, it would surprise me if it's a 1, just because like the contract that you would have to give to him, combined with some of the injuries, combined with like never really had elite number 1 production.
It could be like the leaked price from the Bengals, which is essentially we're not trading him price. Like, we're 1st round pick or don't talk to us.
Yeah, it's also like, but if you're the Titans right now, it's probably pick 38. Like, you're probably not getting away without trading trading 38, or like teams also don't really like future picks. They
Yep.
like some sort of clarity and definite, this is the pick we're getting.
Mhm.
Because if we're trading away T. Higgins and we're still in our window and we have Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase, well, we might want a pick that we can use to replace him, i.e. Titans with AJ Brown, right? They're like, hey, you give us, I always get the number wrong, 18 or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We're going to take
Yep.
Treylon Burks because we think Treylon Burks can be a plug and play replacement for AJ in our offense, and then we don't have to pay the money. That's what teams are looking to do if they're trading
Which
away
was
that player right
fantastic
now.
rationale. Yes. No, 100%.
Yes. And John Robinson was dead on. He got his guy.
And he was fired shortly after.